When my wife Lily texted me at 1 a.m. saying, "I'm busy, I'll call you later," I tried not to overthink it. She'd mentioned that her office was closing a big project, and late nights weren't unusual. Still, something about that message felt off. Short. Cold. Like it was written in a rush, or maybe guilt. I stared at the phone for a while, debating if I should call, but eventually, I convinced myself not to be that husband, the paranoid one who can't trust his wife. So I put the phone down and tried to sleep. But sleep didn't come. Every sound outside made me glance at the clock. Every vibration made my heart skip. At 3:10 a.m., I heard the front door creak open. Lily walked in, pale and shaking, her phone clutched tightly in her hand. She looked like she'd seen a ghost. "Hey," I said, sitting up on the couch. "You okay?" She froze, eyes wide, as if she hadn't expected me to be awake. "You're still up." "I couldn't sleep," I admitted. "You said you'd call." Her hands trembled as she set her bag down. "Yeah, something happened." Her voice cracked. "Lily, what's going on?" I stood and took a step closer, but she held up her hand, as if to stop me. "I need a minute," she whispered. "Please." She sank onto the couch, staring down at her phone. Her fingers hovered over the screen before she finally turned it toward me. "I read something I wasn't supposed to," she said. On the screen was a group chat, one I recognized. It was between her project team and their boss, but the last few messages weren't about work. They were about her. Someone had taken a photo of her at the office, zoomed in, and captioned it, "No wonder she gets special treatment." Another message followed, "Bet she keeps the boss happy after hours too." My stomach turned. "Lily," I whispered, "what is this?" "It's what my co-workers think of me," she said, her voice trembling. "I was staying late tonight, finishing the proposal with my manager, and he left for 10 minutes to take a call. I went to grab coffee, came back, and saw the notifications on the projector screen. They'd been gossiping about me for weeks, apparently. I didn't know." Her hands were shaking so badly that I took the phone from her before she dropped it. "Did you talk to them?" "No. I just left. I didn't even grab my things." I sat in the car for almost an hour trying to stop shaking. I kept thinking, is that what everyone thinks? That I've earned nothing on my own? I sat beside her, wrapping my arm around her shoulders. "Lily, you've worked harder than anyone I know. Don't let their insecurity make you question your worth." She leaned into me, still trembling. "It's not just that. I think one of them, Jake, was the one sending those messages. And the worst part? I used to trust him. He used to walk me to my car after late nights. I thought he was a friend." Her voice broke, and tears spilled down her cheeks. I could feel anger building inside me, hot and sharp. "Did you tell HR?" "Not yet. I took screenshots of everything. I didn't want to make it worse, but now I can't go back there without people whispering." I took a deep breath, trying to keep my voice calm. "Then we'll handle it. Together. You're not facing this alone." She looked up at me, eyes red. "You're not mad." "Mad," I said. "Not at you. I'm furious at the people who made you feel unsafe in a place you've worked so hard for. You deserve better than that." She nodded slowly, the tension in her shoulders beginning to ease. "When I saw the messages, I thought about texting you, but I didn't want you to worry. I said I'd call later because I needed to breathe. But then, when I started reading more, I realized it wasn't just gossip, it was character assassination." I tightened my grip around her. "You came home. That's what matters. Now we make sure this doesn't get swept under the rug." Over the next few days, we gathered evidence, screenshots, timestamps, even old emails where some coworkers had made subtle digs at her during meetings. Lily submitted everything to HR, and by the end of the week, an internal investigation was launched. It turned out Jake and 2 others had been spreading rumors to discredit her, hoping to position themselves for her upcoming promotion. HR handled it quietly but firmly. They were suspended pending review, and the department issued a formal apology. But even after the situation was resolved, I could tell Lily wasn't the same. The experience had shaken her deeply. "They made me doubt myself," she said one night, staring at the ceiling. "All that time I spent proving myself, and one rumor almost destroyed it. I reached over, taking her hand. The truth doesn't get erased by gossip. It survives it. A faint smile crossed her lips. You always know what to say. Maybe, I said softly. But I also know you. You're stronger than they ever realized. Months later, Lily was promoted, officially and publicly. The same co-workers who once whispered behind her back now had to applaud her achievement. After the ceremony, she stood at the podium, looked out at the crowd, and said, "Some nights, when the world questions who you are, it's easy to forget your own reflection. But strength isn't proven by applause. It's proven by how quietly you keep standing." Everyone clapped. But I didn't. I just watched her, calm, proud, unbroken. That night, when we got home, she looked at me and said, "You know, when I came home shaking that night, I thought my world was falling apart." I smiled. It didn't fall apart, Lily. It just revealed who wasn't meant to stand in it.